What's up, Foxtrotters? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, hello. It's nice to see you all again. You guys look great. Yes, you person whose wireless mouse just ran out of battery, and after much digging and rummaging through drawers, you've only discovered one unidentified 9-volt battery. You look great. I hope everyone's doing well wherever you are, whatever you're going through at the moment. I hope you're doing well. I have for you an r/LuLaNo video for you today. My head popped off the pillow, excited about it, but then I had to go to class and do that instead, and now I'm back, and this is what I want to do. I haven't looked at the subreddit in probably, about 2-3 days, so of course it has replenished with some solid gold, and I can't wait to show you guys. So if that sounds good to you, then please stay tuned. The cloud pants returneth. Wow, okay. If you're going to make a horrifying pattern like that and the crazy, terrifying color scheme like that, at least make both legs match, because now it's just, now you've entered circus territory. Like, it was a messy pattern before, but all of a sudden you go from looking just messy to straight up like, oh no, Cirque du Soleil is here. Let's get our popcorn and watch these tricks that are about to happen. Oh gosh, and look at the waistline on that. It's so scrunchy. It looks like a scrunchie, like a hair scrunchie. I don't think waistlines of pants are supposed to look that way, like all bunched up like that. Like, that's just gonna roll, you know, especially if you have, most of us have one. It's called a human body. So if you have a human body, that's gonna, those are gonna roll up and be really uncomfortable. And yeah, and besides just being uncomfortable, you're gonna make everyone think you just ran away from the circus. Also, Cirque du Soleil costumes are really cool, and they put a lot of work and time and thought into that. So I hope I didn't offend anybody by comparing these to Cirque du Soleil pants. Okay, unintentional. Okay, officially, unofficially, I feel like I need to start a collection of like picnic themed foods. And I know pizza technically isn't like a picnic themed food, but like, I need to be on the lookout for the hot dog shirt. I am now on the lookout for the hamburger shirt, because that exists too. It is incredible. But now the pizza shirt. And by the way, look at those pizzas. Those are some very artistic and chic looking pizzas, mind you. They're not just any pizzas. They're artistic pizzas for $20. Get out of here. No, maybe at like $3 at Goodwill as a joke. And even then, $3 for a joke shirt, like, you're pushing it. But even though I'm ragging on this, because like, it's obviously ridiculous to wear a shirt covered in pizza, but if you're in on the joke, you know, and you're trying to wear ironically, something about wearing shirts covered in things such as pizza, hot dog, and hamburgers kind of is hilarious. And maybe just to me. Is it like lunch lady humor? Is that what that is? Oh no, whatever. Wow. If you weren't feeling excited for the holidays, if you weren't feeling just totally zazzed by the change of seasons, then maybe these leggings will be the thing that will get your holiday spirit going, huh? Or not, because this is terrifying. And also, like, half the faces are upside down on the leggings. Upside down. Why do they do that so much? Like, haphazardly placing a pattern, okay, it's one thing if it's kind of meant to look intentional. Sorry, I just hit the lamp next to me. I talk too much with my hands. It's a problem. But if you're gonna make the pattern, okay, make the pattern all, you know, haphazard like that, then at least make it upright. I guess it just looks so weird seeing the random upside down faces. And I don't know what really is so holiday about this, other than they threw in some random, there's kind of like some random upside down and sideways. I'm gonna assume that's supposed to be a reindeer. I mean, we're gonna go with reindeer because 'tis the season. And then some snowflake action, and then a very scary cartoon lady face in a Santa hat as well. Okay, so I guess there is some connecting holiday themes, but I guess there's so many better options for holiday themed stuff out there. Like, why this? Not this. This isn't what the people want. You can't tell me there's a demand for this. Well, there might be in some places, but it's hard to imagine. LuLaRoe Halloween Paisley Skulls. $200? $200? Brand new with tags, LuLaNo Halloween paisley leggings, 2 pairs, 1 pair teal, 1 pair black, $100 each, or best offer, major unicorns. I'll give you $5 for both, and that's my final offer. Excuse me, $100 each for leggings? Okay, so if there's no upgrade in the quality of the fabric, that implies that the price is just for the pattern that they call unicorn. I don't know if you've heard this term yet, but Lula really likes to use this term with patterns called a unicorn pattern, which refers to a limited, and I'm doing lots of air quotes happening, people, but limited edition prints, limited edition patterns that were only here for the holidays or something, or whatever. I don't know. They just call any pattern a unicorn, and then all of a sudden it goes up. Like I've seen one pair. I thought that was the most expensive pair I'd ever seen. It was like $75 for a unicorn pair of leggings. I thought that was ridiculous, but I mean, $100 is even more ridiculous. So I don't know. I'm kind of flabbergasted, to be completely honest. Just the audacity of imagining you could possibly charge people $100 for a pair of cruddy leggings. It just, it makes my mind feel like it's melting, right? Do you feel the same way? Like, this is ridiculous, right? This is absolutely outrageous. And again, we've all understood here, and we've all admitted we have guilty pleasures with pattern. We will admit it. We like some bad patterns here. We will also admit that we love leggings, all right? We are a legging loving community here in the Foxhole, and we are proud of it. But I mean, $100? Like, oh, I'm sorry. We have different ideas of comfort here in that sense. I like financial comfort along with actual comfort, call me crazy. Oof. Okay, this is sad. This is a sale someone is having, and they are selling everything. Hold on, I'll go ahead and read it in the voice.
Selling LuLaNo collection at half usual price. If you want it, I probably have it. There's literally thousands of dollars worth of it here. I need to get rid of it. Message for details.
And it's still $7,200 for the whole pile of stuff. Okay, and then she's got her price list there. Oh, wow. Those are all still way too high. I mean, if you're trying to sell things and you're trying to sell them quickly, those prices are, those are too much. No one's going to think they're getting a really good deal if they are buying things like that. And I know that things are so expensive normally, so that when they do mark it down, they are marking it down from the price that they actually bought it at when they bought things at wholesale. But that's just, that's so much money. I mean, again, the leggings, and collection at half usual price if you want it. Wait, aren't the leggings usually $25, right? Aren't they usually $25 anyway? Wait a minute. Are any of these items actually discounted? I don't understand. Okay, well, one of you smart people, feel free to explain below what I'm looking at. But it looks to me like she's saying she's selling things at a discount, but things don't, now that I'm looking at it, don't look terribly discounted. I guess I thought leggings were like $25, so I don't know. This is weird. This is suspicious. Ugh. Happy Halloween. There's a very large truck going by. Let's all say hello. Hello. Okay, he's gone. Goodbye. The color of that is really something. Again, I am not opposed to like those type of earth tones that kind of range around the color of, well, baby poo or mustard. I like that kind of brownish yellow. I don't know, I'm into it. I think it's kind of a fun, funky color. But something about this looks just tragic. And there's also something weird about the Jack Skellingtons all over it. They just look really poorly put on there, like very much afterthought, like they just had a background print of the orangey brown mess with all lots of pattern happening on that, and then they just kind of stuck this Jack Skellington print all over it, and it looks messy because they have his skeletal limbs kind of out there, and they're all kind of interlaced with each other. So it just looks like a bunch of lines on your shirt with some heads floating around. I don't know. If you're into the Nightmare Before Christmas, that's cool and everything, but like I just feel like this is not a way to represent something that you really enjoy. Like all the people out there that collect memorabilia, I feel like this is definitely not something people would really want to collect. Like this would be really good in the burn pile, out back, right? No? You guys, the other day, a customer was walking up to the register. I'm a barista at a cafe, and from far away, I liked the fit of this woman's dress. When she got up to the register, I half looked at it while I told her her total, and still liked the color and fit of the dress. It was a baby blue wrap dress with some flowers on it. However, at this point, I still didn't look too closely at the print. I said, "I like your dress." She said,
"Thanks, it's from LuLaNo."
Upon further inspection, I noticed that the dress was poorly constructed, made with cheap material, and the flowers were just abstract blobs haphazardly placed all over the dress. I can't sleep, I can't eat, loved ones are worried because I haven't been answering phone calls as I cannot forgive myself. I thought I knew who I was, I thought I was a good person. I just thought I was better than this. Edit. Thank you so much for the words of encouragement. I'm working with my therapist to see where things went wrong and where I can learn to love myself and hate LuLaNo like things should be. Bless. Solid gold. I've been a barista before in my life for a number of years in my teens and my 20s. And I'll tell you, people walk in, a lot of times you don't even totally see them. You're just like in a blur of your job trying to get things done. You got to steam the milk. You got to get the shots over here. You got to like grind the beans. There's too many things happening for you to really take in what people look like at all. So technically, I guess a lot of times I would do the same thing. I would compliment features that would be obvious on people. Like they had bright purple hair. I would just be like, "Oh, your hair's awesome." It's what you do. If they had on a great jacket, in a cool color, like, "Oh, that's a really cool coat," or "That's a great bag," or "Your nails are nice," like that type of thing. It's just kind of like general conversation stuff that makes your job easier when you're in that type of setting. So I get it. Like, it's okay. I think your therapist will help you understand that you were just you were doing your job well. You were just using your good customer service skills to make the customer feel welcome in the environment before they were served their coffee. So all you did was just do a very good job, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. Thank you so much for posting this. I needed that laugh. I'm going to be laughing about this for a while. Heartbreaking. She's desperately trying to sell enough at, I'm going to guess WS's wholesale, to afford a launch of a product she probably won't get anyway. Or if she does, they will be misshapen and hideous prints. I remember being there myself, so desperate for something good and devastated by what came.
Okay, all you ladies have been so helpful and I'm so grateful. I still need $200 for this launch. What can I show you? PM's welcome.
Okay, so she's not even at the amount she needs to start her official launch, but it sounds like she's already selling products, which is sad. Boy, that's like a weird cycle how they catch people in this one. Oh, and I'm sure if you couldn't tell, this is LuLaNo. I'm sorry. Yeah, gosh, the way that they catch people into LuLaNo is so interesting. And I've seen some conflicting information. It seems like on average to buy in to do a full official launch at LuLaNo, it costs about $3,000, and it seems like closer to $5,000 if you're trying to do like a real launch and have a full-on boutique setup in your house, which I think is what the company really would want you to do. That's like the ideal, because obviously you're spending a ton of money on that. And also, they label these things wholesale, but we don't really know what the basis for comparison is. Like the prices that they put on them are just kind of arbitrary numbers. It's just the wholesale to what? I don't know, and nobody knows. Oh man, and she only needs $200 more. I wonder how much she's had to sell already at this point. It's just curious. There's just a lot of unanswered tangents to this one, and all of them are concerning. And I kind of secretly, I know this is maybe terrible, but I kind of secretly hope that nobody bought anything else from her and she was unable to launch the company or launch her own business, just for her own sake. And if she has a family, for her family's sake. It's better to just rip the Band-Aid and be done with it now. Volunteers of America, thrift store, and auto auction. I don't know if you can see, but on the lower sign it says, LuLaRoe stopped in, left gifts. Gifts is a generous term, honestly. Oh, I bet LuLaRoe stopped in. They've been flooding consignment stores, Goodwill, Salvation Armies, and the like across the nation. There's been like a Lula explosion going on in consignment and used clothing stores. One of my older videos, I actually had found a clip on Reddit of someone who was running a thrift store that was desperately pleading, no more LuLaRoe, please, no more, because, you know, at a consignment shop, you don't want to just sell LuLaRoe. You want to have lots of things. That's the whole point of having those stores. You don't just have one brand. But there's so many people trying to get rid of their LuLaRoe. So many people. As we could see already in this video previously, we had someone trying to sell her items, obviously at way too much money. And what happens down the line? Nobody wants to spend $25 on your leggings, so you have to lower the price down to $5. And then the items that don't get bought from that have to just be given away because they can't be sold because no one will buy them. So you have to bring them here to these thrift stores, where, you know, hopefully they'll get snapped up, you know, maybe they will. You find a lot of weird and interesting things at these type of markets, and I'm up for it. I'm here for it. I love me a good flea market. Don't get me wrong, but let's just say that, like, LuLaRoe leggings, 3 pairs for like $1. That seems like a really reasonable price. Don't you think? Okay, when I first saw this, I'm sorry, this is going to be very childish. When I first saw this, my very first thought was like cartoon fart graphics, like a little fart cloud, little toot cloud, like in a cartoon, like a Ren and Stimpy cartoon. One of them would toot, it would make its own cloud, right? You guys have all seen that. You've seen cartoons before where they've done that, but that's exactly what I thought this, like my brain was like, oh, that's what that looks like. And the colors kind of lend to that storyline. I guess it could also be moldy popcorn. I mean, I'm thinking these might have been an attempt at a flower. I think they were attempting to do the laziest flower I've ever seen. They just put the shape of it and then put some lines in it to attempt to allude to petals, I think. I think, because I can't imagine what else they were trying to make this be. They're definitely not little clouds. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go moldy popcorn, or I'm going to go cartoon toot cloud. I can't honestly think of anything else this could possibly be. Oh, and the color story is it's pretty awful.
$20 off the outfit. Who's ready to grab this cute fall look? Sold and email to claim.
Okay, so I accidentally, well, not really accidentally, but I kind of cut off the bottom of the image, but let's just say the skirt goes on for quite a while. And it's not a full length, like ankle or floor length skirt. And it's not knee length either. It's somewhere in between knee length and ankle length, which on my frame would be like nightmare. My best place is like for skirts to hit is right above the knee. I think, at least for my body type, that's the most flattering. Anything in between is just not something I'm going to gravitate towards. And then the shirt just looks like something that would be on, which is nothing wrong with this, but it looks like it would be like on a Target rack for like kids, like the kids section at Target, which is fine, nothing wrong with it. But the fact that this is, you know, LuLaRoe, it's supposed to be a name brand. I'm doing again there's so many air quotes happening right now, but you know, it's a name brand company. They could at least try to, I don't know, well, I guess, I don't even know why I'm saying that. We already know clearly that they don't try at all, so I don't know why I'm even questioning it. But yeah, I don't know, and that combo is not good together. Again, I like burgundy and maroon, and I like jewel tones, like that deep teal on the skirt. I like a lot of the colors that happen, but the order in which they happen and the patterns in which they live is just something that I'm just really, I don't know, I just can't get into it. I cannot. Look at these faded as heck things. What on earth? Before we even get into the pattern, I can tell you that quality isn't even on par with long underwear. That I can just see from looking from here, from my computer screen, without touching it. I can tell that that material is awful. Just terrible. And I can't tell if the background was originally supposed to be black and it just faded, or if it was that gray already. But I'm kind of thinking it was faded because the frogs, yes, those are frogs, if you were wondering. The frogs look faded too, like maybe they were a brighter green at some point, but now they are faded. But I don't know. That's just terrible. And then is there like a weird, it's like a little orange graphic. I can't really, my old eyes can't really focus on what it is, but it just looks like some other little kind of pattern that they threw on there. But let's, what I want to do though, let's look up close at Mr. Frog here. Let's look up at Mr. Frog. Look at this guy. Look at him. You know what he's saying to you? He's saying, "Madam, please, I beg of you, please buy these pants and take me home. Take me away from the awful lights of this goodwill. Take me away from this land of misery. Please, I didn't ask for this."
It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the video. It's time for the wholesome moment of the day. Let's see who you guys sent over.
The next couple photos were both sent over by Mandy, and I'm actually just going to read Mandy's words. Back in April, my husband and I had to make the tough decision to say goodbye to possibly the sweetest cat to ever live, Buddy. We had only had him 2 years, but he had a ton of health issues from previously living in a hoarder house. Our other cat, Mr. Fancy Pants, Pants for short, was devastated. As you can see from the collage of photos, they were instant friends and spent most of their 2 years together snuggling. Our 3 dogs tried their best to comfort him, but he hated being an only cat. About a month later, we decided to go look for a cat to be Pants' companion. Having had such a heartbreaking experience adopting an adult cat, we weren't emotionally ready to take on that challenge again. Anyway, we went to our shelter and my husband fell in love with this little white kitten. His litter mate caught my fancy, and as we sat with them trying to determine which one Pants would want us to bring home, the shelter worker said, "You know that kittens are BOGO, right?" And it was settled. We adopted both. Oswald is the white one, Flame Point actually, but it doesn't show up in the photos, and Oatmeal is my little beige boy. In June, Pants had surgery, emergency PU surgery for a urinary blockage, fatal within days without surgery, and was hospitalized for a week, then quarantined for another. The day we were cleared to remove his e-collar, he jumped up to lay with the kittens on my lap. He's slowly allowing them to get closer to him, and little Oatmeal tries to snuggle every day. The vet believes Pants' urinary blockage was a result of his severe depression after losing Buddy. Seeing Pants allow himself to bond with his new cat friends has made me so happy. For a bit, I feared he'd spend the rest of his life mourning his friend. Sorry, I know that was a long story, but you know how animal people are. Anyway, here's a picture of Pants with Oswald and Oatmeal, as well as a collage of Pants and Buddy's 2 years together. They were soulmates, and don't think Pants will ever 100% get over losing Buddy, nor will I. Thank you so much, Mandy, for sharing that really heartfelt story. That was really nice to read. Thank you. And if you're looking to get a new member of your family, I definitely recommend Adopt a Not Shop. Check out your local shelters, your local humane societies. Donate if you can, volunteer if you can, and don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And if you want to see a photo of your pets here, then go and send it to my email, which is in my channel description, and you will see your pets here eventually. Alright, Foxtrotters, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked that video, please hit that like button down below. If you have any good comments or suggestions, please leave it down below as well. I love to hear what you have to say. I love interacting with you all. If you've not already hit that subscribe button and become a Foxtrotter, come join the den. Den Mother would love to have you. And I'm going to link my Patreon here somewhere. Feel free to check it out. And if not, no big deal. I'm just glad you came to spend some time with me. Alright, folks, I hope you got some laughs out of that. I'm sure, as you could tell, I certainly did. And from the video yesterday, remember, I don't know if you remember, I made a comment, or was the day before yesterday? I don't know. Time's starting to blur. Anyways, I made a comment asking if anybody knew what the wrapping paper sale was from grade school, from my memory from childhood. And one of you, I said Sally something, and one of you said Sally Foster, and actually quite a few of you did. And it just cued all sorts of crazy memories to do with selling wrapping paper, and I can't believe I opened that box. That has been sealed since I was like 9 years old, so I don't know what happened. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and as always, folks, until the next video, take care.